Traders in the building, what is good? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel. Now in this particular video, I'll be analyzing EURUSD GBPUSD, USDJPY and GBPJPY. So stay tuned, watch until the end, and if you find this video valuable, give it a like and also subscribe to the channel. It really does encourage me to keep on dropping more. So in front of us we have EURUSD, and I'm currently bullish on this particular market. The reason is, at the moment, as you can see, the market is broken out of this particular trend line over here, which was a resisting trend line. So as you can see, anytime the market reached the high of the trend, it rejected. However, at the moment the market is above that particular structure over there, so I do expect that because of that, the market potentially is just preparing itself to then push to the upside, and that's what I'm expecting on this particular instrument. Another reason is, at the moment, as you can see, the market is above a level of sensitivity over here. It is above a support. So as you can see, anytime the market is above the structure, it bought, and at the moment again we are above that structure over there. So I do expect that this market is going to hold above the support and continue then to move to the upside. Those are my reasons why I'm bullish on this particular instrument. So how you can take advantage of this move: you need to go to a smaller time frame, and over there you identify areas of interest, right? So as you can see, I've already identified my areas of interest over here, and this is the support that I'm looking at. So this let me rather do like this. So this is the support that I'm looking at as an area that you could buy from for the week that is coming next week. The reason is, anytime the market was below this particular structure over there, it sold. Above, it bought. So now that we are above that structure, I do expect the market to react in the same manner, and I treat this as an area of support and buy from that area. That's all I really see from this particular instrument. Now, what if then the market opens next week and instead of coming up, it does break below this particular support over here? Then it means the market is potentially coming back for a retest back to these lows over here, and from those lows, that's where we can start to look for the market to go to the upside. That's really what I'm looking for in this particular instrument. There's nothing more, there's nothing less. Moving on to GBPUSD. On GBPUSD, I'm also bullish, so let's go to the higher time frame. On the higher time frame over here, let me do like this. On the higher time frame, the reason why I'm bullish on this particular instrument is simply because we just broken out of this particular resisting trend line over there. As you can see, this was the first touch, second touch, and the market broke out of that structure, came back, and the market has been trading above that structure and it still is at the moment. Another reason why I'm bullish is because at the moment, as you can see, the market is trading above a level of sensitivity, which is this particular support over here. So the market, anytime it reaches the support, it goes up. It reaches the support, goes up, and here it did break below but couldn't sustain itself below this market, and it just came back above the structure. So I believe that this market is going to act as a support, and potentially this is where we can see the market going up, and this is why I'm still bullish on this particular, rather this is why I'm expecting the market to continue going up. So the way you can trade this market is you need to go to a smaller time frame, and over there you look for areas of interest. So I've already identified my areas of interest over there. So as you can see, on this particular time frame, the market had created this particular trend line over here. Anytime the market reaches this trend line, it dropped, right? However, recently we saw that the market broke out of that trend line, and so my expectation was that now that the market is above the trend line, it should treat this support over here as a support and buy from there. However, you saw from last week that the market instead it came down to this support over here. So I'll need to go to an even smaller time frame so you can see that. Let me go to the 4-hour time frame. So on the 4-hour time frame, you do see that the market, as much as it broke out of the trend line, it did then not treat this particular support as an area of significance to buy from. However, it came back to this support over here, which it makes sense because previously this was an area where the market rejected from many times. However, when the market broke out, it treated this as a support again for many times. So even also last week it did that. So this is why I expect that for the week that is coming, potentially these are the areas that we should be looking at: this particular support and this particular resistance over there. So my anticipation is, should the market open and we see that the market is rejecting this high over here, we should not panic. Instead, we should pay attention to this support as an area that the market could come to before we can start to see those buys? Or what if then the market opens and instead it goes up and breaks above this particular resistance over there? Then if it does that, potentially this again is an area for us to buy from to those highs. Or if the market then breaks these highs, it's another area for us to continue buying. As you can see, I'm not looking for sells on this particular market as of yet, because everything is suggesting that the market is going higher, so it wouldn't make sense for me to look for sells. That's all I'm looking for in this particular instrument. There's nothing more, there's nothing less. Moving on, USDJPY, and I'm bullish on this particular instrument. Let's go to the higher time frame. The reason why I'm bullish on this particular time frame, on this particular instrument rather, is because, as you can tell, the market is in a bullish trend, right? You can clearly see that the market is going higher, right? It keeps making higher highs, of course, as you can see, higher highs higher highs over here, and it keeps on making higher lows. These are my reasons why I'm bullish on this particular instrument. So now if you go to the weekly time frame, you also notice that the market has just recently broken above an area of significance, which was a resistance. So this is an area where the market got to, rejected and respected that structure. Again, it got there, respected that area. However, as you can see, we recently broke out of that structure, came back for a retest in the market. Now it looks as if it is trying to go up again, potentially to break and create new highs, as I have indicated with this area over here. So the way that you can trade this market is you need to go to a smaller time frame. Let's start with the daily time frame. So I did see that the market broke out. Of course, this was a breakout, and this it is a retest. And so I see that again, this is an area is a move to the upside, what we call an impulse. So, but I do see on a smaller time frame that though this market is moving higher, momentum is starting to die around this area over here. So what you can do next week is that you need to pay attention to what price does around this area over here, because it is an area of significance. Also, if you look at it this way, when the market was above it, it bought, and when the market was below it, it sold. And so this is where the market is currently stalling below at the moment. So what you should expect for the week that is coming is study what market does, study what price rather does around this area. If it breaks out of this structure, then good, it means potentially a retest and we continue buying. However, if the market shows that it is really failing to break above this particular resistance, potentially what it means is the market could be coming down back to this support, and you should expect that if it does that, then take short-term sells back to this support, and when we reach this support, start to look for buys to the upside, as the market is bullish at the moment. That's all I'm looking for in this particular instrument. There's nothing more, there's nothing less. GBPJPY, and I'm closing with this one. On this one, I really don't have a direction bias. However, I do know that the market is high at the moment. So this the market, as you can see, it's moving sideways, right? It's moving sideways. So this is the high of the range, and this is the low of the range. So at the moment we are on the high of the range. So normally what I would expect is for the market to sell, right? Because this is a resistance, and at the resistance we sell. The same way when the market is at the support, we buy. However, if you go to a smaller time frame, you will see over there that though the market is bullish, right? Though the market is bullish, or rather, though we are at a resistance, the market is currently bullish. Looking at this particular trend, rather channel that has formed over here. So look at this. This is a daily time frame. So this was the first touch, second touch, third touch, fourth touch, fifth touch, and sixth touch. So anytime the market reaches the low of the trend line, it buys. So for us to start to look for sells, I really think it would only make sense to look for sells should the market come and break below this support over here. So this was a resistance. So if the market breaks this resistance, then it will turn it into if it breaks now that because it became a support, it will turn it into a resistance, and then this is an area where I would start to look for sells from. However, at the moment, for as long as the market is trading above this support over here, I think we should continue to look for buys. Maybe what could happen is the market could come back again to retest the structure, and we could buy from there. Or maybe if the market could then happen to push higher and break this resistance, then a retest would be nice before we can start to anticipate those buys. That's all I'm looking for in this particular instrument. If you found this piece of content valuable, please give it a thumbs up, comment something nice on the comment section, also subscribe to the channel, and yeah man, I love you guys. See you next week, same time, same place, and I am